Hello guys and students, this will be the first video that I will be discussing using the pure English language. I will now say sorry for some grammatical errors that you will hear, but I hope that we can still understand what we will be discussing here. And okay, our topic is area bounded by curves using integration. Now, this is an important topic in integral calculus, especially for those studying in engineering courses. Now, let's have the introduction. Now, in this video, I will be suggesting you some steps and guides in the process of solving the area bounded by the curves. Now, for our step number one, we must be knowledgeable in showing what is the area. Now, in the number one step, it is said that show the area bounded by graphing the given curves or the lines. Now, it is a requirement, guys, now for us to be knowledgeable on how to graph a line, on how to graph a parabola, a cubic function, and any other function. Now, for us to understand further our video or our topic, now let's have the example. Now, let's have the example figure on the area bounded. Now, in this page, now we can see the yellow area. Now, this yellow area, and this yellow area is bounded by four colors. Now, the four colors are the orange one at the top, the red in at the right, and violet at the bottom, and in the left side we have the green line. Now, what kind of equations or curves are these colored lines? Now, first, I think we know that in the Cartesian plane, it is already given that we have the y-axis and the x-axis. Now, in our example, the area is bounded also by these axes. So the violet line, the horizontal line here is the x-axis of our Cartesian plane. So here, so I think we know, or now we must know that if we will be using the x-axis line, that line has the automatic equation, right? That y is equal to 0. Now for x-axis, the equation is always y is equal to 0. Another one that is present in the Cartesian plane already is the vertical line y-axis. And the y-axis has the equation x is equal to 0. So we must know this, guys. No, x-axis is y is equal to 0. Y-axis is equal to y-axis is x is equal to 0. Next, na for the line here at the right side, we have the red vertical line. And if we have a vertical line, that is an equation of x is equal to a constant. Now, in here, we name this vertical line as equation x is equal to a. Now, for any value of a, but that will give an x is equal to a constant. And lastly, at the top of our area bounded, we have the orange line, slanted line. And since this is a line or any curve, now let's name this as f of x. Now we have the orange line named as f of x. Again, guys, we must practice graphing lines, parabolas, and other specific equations or figures. Next, since we now know what is the figure, what the figure looks like, in the number two step, we must decide the correct strip to be used. And here comes the question, are we going to use a vertical strip or a horizontal strip? Guys, no, not just because, for me, no, if I want to use vertical strip, I will use vertical. Or if I want to use horizontal strip, I will use horizontal strip. Wrong, guys, ah. And here are some guides. No, sometimes if we use vertical strip without thinking, no, because we just like it to use a vertical strip or horizontal strip, it will lead to wrong answers. So it is a note for us that we decide the correct strip. So for our guide, so first, no, if ever that we are sure that we will be using the vertical strip, here is the vertical strip. So there are the ends of this strip. The upper end, let's name this upper end as y up, and the lower end will be named as y low. In case that we will be using horizontal strip, now we have the ends in left and right. So the left end will be named as x left, and the right end is the x right. Now what will be our guide? Now what will be the question? So that we will be knowing, now we are now sure that this is the correct strip. Now here guys, now we have the letters A and B. For letter A, for a certain strip, each end, so what are those ends? If we use vertical strip, the two ends are y up and y low. And if we use horizontal strip, the two ends are x right and x left. Now it is being said that each of the ends of that certain strip must be touching two different curves. If we use vertical strip, our y up and our y low must be touching two different curves, not the same curve. That is one rule. Or if we use vertical strip, the x right and the x left also must touch two different curves, and again, not the same curve. So let us prove. Now let us try to use vertical and horizontal strip in our given area bounded, and let us check now if they are following the letter A condition. So here, okay, this is our area, right? So if we are going to put a vertical strip now from end to end of our area bounded, now anywhere inside the area, given that it will be from end to end. So guys, here is the what we call again, the upper end. We will be assigning y up. Also here, so at the bottom, we will be assigning y low. So the question is for the letter A, are the y up and y low touching two different curves? Now that is the help of our color coded lines. So for much easier question, are the y up and y low touching two different colors? Now if yes, that means that the two ends are touching two different curves. And the answer is yes, right, engineers and students? The y up is touching the orange line, while the y low is touching the violet line. Meaning the vertical strip is following the condition letter A. The two ends are touching two different curves. But then if we are going to try a horizontal strip na touching end to end na of a certain part of our area bounded, now we have this one. And here, this is the right end. Now we will be naming this again, and guys, x right, and this one will be the x left. Same question. Is the x right and is the x left? Or are the x right and x left touching two different colors? The answer is yes. The x right is touching the red line and the x left is touching the orange line. Meaning, the two ends of the horizontal strip are also touching two different curves. Now going back to our condition letter A, yes, the vertical and the horizontal strips are both satisfying the condition letter A. Okay. So we must not stop no, with that condition. Let's now have the condition letter B. Now, in the condition B, it is said that the two curves that the two ends of the strip touch must not change as the strip changes its position or when the strip is sliding. When we slide the strip or when we change the position of the strip. Now let us check now, given that no, in our condition letter A, the vertical ends, the Y up is touching the orange and the Y low is touching the purple. If we are going to move, now if we move that vertical strip, now I think we must remove first the horizontal strip so that we have a clearer view. Let us try to move the vertical strip. Let us move the vertical strip here, going left. And also, let us also move the vertical strip going right. So the requirement of the letter B condition is that when we move the vertical strip, the upper part must not change the curve or the line that it is touching. And yes, no, the upper part is following that condition. Now, from our original position, going to the left and going to the right, the upper end, the Y up of the strip is always touching the orange line. The Y up is always touching the f of x. And yes, here at the bottom, it also satisfies the condition letter B that the Y low is always touching the violet line or always touching the x-axis. No, here in this case, no, in on what we saw, we can say now that the vertical strip is following or satisfying both the conditions letter A and letter B. Next, how about now if we try to have the horizontal strip? So if you can still remember now we have here the original position, right? This is the original position of our horizontal strip. And then let us move this strip down, no, farther downward and here. And what we can see. So what we can see here is that yes, the right end, not the right side of the strip is always touching the red line, the red vertical line. But when we look at the left end, the X left, at this original position, the X left is touching the orange line. But when we move downward, the time will come that the left end will be now touching the green line. So we can now say na, that in what we are doing now, the horizontal strip is not following the condition letter B. If you want to push through using horizontal strip now for further knowledge or further solving, you can divide the area into two parts, no, so that you can apply. Now you can still use the horizontal strip following the conditions letter A and letter B. But now let us just focus first here no in what we are doing. Now let me show you no on how the horizontal strip will give us a wrong answer. Now because the horizontal strip does not satisfy the condition letter B. So I hope guys na here na going back to our conditions letter A and letter B. Now we have the understanding that these letters A and B must be satisfied no by our strip na before continuing our solution. So in this page no based on our note no in our example, it is more convenient to use vertical strip no based on what we discussed earlier. Next, so in this step number 2, decide the correct strip And we are now sure, I think we are now sure now that we will be using vertical strip. What will be the next? Now for the number 3, since we already decided the correct strip, we must have the formula and the preparations. So first is for the formulas. If we use vertical strip, the area bounded is the integral of y, the quantity y up minus y lower, dx. And if we use horizontal strip, the area bounded is equal to the integral of the quantity x right minus x left dy. So in this step number 3, there is the term preparations. No, assuming that we are all beginners in answering, in solving area boundeds, now these are some helpful preparations. Since the formula for the vertical strip is using y up and y low, so we must prepare what is that y up, what is that y low. So the y up is the function that the y up of the strip touches. No, and we are going to isolate the letter y of that equation. Okay? So going back in our figure, now we have here y up. As we can see, the y up is touching the orange line. So the question is, what is the equation of that orange line? And if you know the equation of that orange line, what will be the answer when y is isolated? Okay, we will be practicing that now later on. And if we will be considering now the y low, now we must again check in our graph. Now, what does the y low touch? Now, on what line is the y low touching? Now, going back to our figure, the y low is touching the violet line, and that violet line is the x-axis. So, if the line is the x-axis, what is the equation when y is isolated? Now, that is for the y up and y low. So, let us also discuss na in case that we will be using horizontal strip. Guys, now we saw that we need the x right and the x left, the xr and the xl. The xr is, if you know now the pattern based on y up and y low, no, this is more easier. This is now easier to understand. The function, no, on what function is the x right touching? And if you know now the equation of that line, we must isolate the variable x of that equation. So that is the x right. And on what curve or what line is the xl, the x left touching? And on that equation, we are going to isolate the letter x. So that will be the xl. So by this preparation, guys, no, we will be having a we will be having a much easier understanding for the next steps. So, okay, let us now apply now this is step number 3 in our given figure. So, guys, right, we use vertical strip, okay? And we saw that the y up is touching the f of x, and the y low is touching the violet line or the x-axis. So first, 'di ba, for our third step, we must know what is the formula. Since we use vertical strip, it is understood that the formula is y up minus y low. So these two quantities, the y up and the y low, must be prepared. Now we are going to prepare what is the y up and y low. Okay, now let us write no step by step in this process number 3. The y up is touching the f of x. So therefore, our y up is equal to the any function no, given about that orange line. But the problem will give no the equation. You will be now answering the real area bounded problems. And the y low, we can see here that the y lower is touching the x axis. Now, based on the introduction of this video, we already said now what is the equation if we are considering the x-axis. So let's go there. Now on that slide. Here guys, no? If we are considering the x-axis, the equation is y is equal to 0. So here, since it is the x-axis, the x-axis has the equation y is equal to 0. And since y is already isolated, this letter y now will become our y lower. Now, so that later on we we know what will be the quantities to be substituted for y up and y low later. Okay? Now, once we know what are the quantities no, in the y up and y low, let us now proceed to the step number 4, which is the preparation of the limits. Now, for our information, guys, now the limits are the leftmost and the rightmost position of the vertical strip. Or it can be the top or the bottom position for the horizontal strip. No, inside the area bounded. And again, we have the guides here no, on how to have the limits. Letter A, the limits may be seen in the figure. No, that is, again, one importance of our figure because sometimes in the limits are already in the figure. So I suggest that we try to look first in the figure. No, does our figure show the limits? But sometimes, no, our graph or our figure is not showing the exact value of the limits. So if that happens, the limits now can be solved through the intersections of the boundaries. And mostly, not those intersections are solved by equating the y up and y low that we prepared in the step number 3. Diba? The y up and the y low are the f of x and the x-axis. Or if we use the horizontal axis, we can solve the intersections by equating the x right and the xl. So that is the importance, no, that we have the step number 3. We have the preparation, or if we do not write the preparation in our mind, we know what are the y up, what are the y low, and x right or x left. Okay? So let us see here. So in our example, guys, diba, since we use vertical strip, so the vertical strip will now will now change its position, going to the right or going to the left. Now, as it goes to the left, this is the leftmost part, diba? This will be the leftmost strip that we can see inside the area bounded. And here is the rightmost strip that we can see in the area bounded. So, and as we can see here, no, the leftmost strip is at y-axis. Okay? So, let us write that. The leftmost position is at y-axis. Do you think no at y-axis we know the value of the limit? And here, the rightmost strip is touching the red line. So we have here the x-axis. Sorry, the x is equal to a equation. Diba? This is the red line. X is equal to a. So again, guys, we must know, not just like what I said, if we will be now considering y-axis, this has the equation x is equal to 0. So the leftmost position, since it is at y-axis, it has the value that the letter x is equal to 0. Our boundary in the left side is 0. And since the rightmost strip is touching the red line, x is equal to a, now we have the boundary in the right side as x is equal to a. So therefore, the two limits are 0 going to letter A of the letter X. No, of the line letter X. And what is the guide that we use? Or what is the technique that we use in showing the limits? Now we use the technique letter A. Now because we can see already in the figure where is the leftmost and the rightmost strip in our area bounded. But no, if it will be it will happen that we cannot show in the figure the exact value of the limits, we will be using the B. And that will be the purpose of the next videos na we will be trying to answer some problems na following these steps. Okay? And finally, since we now know the limits and the y up and y low, let us continue the substitution in our prepared formula. Engineers and guys, this is our prepared formula since we are using vertical strip. Now for the vertical strip, now let us go back to our steps. Now first, in our step number 3, we prepared what to be substitute for y up and y low. Now for y up, we are going to substitute the f of x. Now in the problem, what is that given equation f of x? Now in case of our real area bounded problems. So, but here now in our example, let us just write that the y up is the f of x. And going back to our step number 3, the y low is equal to 0. So we have minus 0 here. So times dx. And we are going to put the limits here, right? And what step did we look for the limits? That is the step number 4. Now, in step number 4, we saw that the limits are 0 and letter A. So the limits will run from 0 to letter A. And that's it, guys and students. Now, if you are allowed to use calculator, no, we are just going to press this function, integrating function in the calculator and then putting the correct values, variables, and limits, and that will show the correct answer. So for us to summarize, it is video no, in order to solve the area bounded, let us try to use these steps. No, number one, the figure. Again, in the figure, we must know how to graph the lines and other curves, especially the parabola and the cubic functions. Number two, we must decide the correct strip. Now, again, we must decide the correct strip. Now, let us follow the guides letter A and letter B no, for the decision if the strip is vertical or horizontal. Number three, after deciding the correct strip, the correct formula will also follow, and we are going to prepare which are the y up, y low, or the x right and x left. And after that, let us solve the limits through the graph, right? Now, in the limits, we have two techniques. Now, first, we try to see if our figure is already showing the limits. If not, now let us try to solve for the intersections now for the limits. And then lastly, now given that we have the formula, let's just have the substitution and let's just have uh, the limits and press that to calculator. And if not allowed to use calculator, let's have the manual integration of the quantities. So I think that's it for our introduction. And I hope na you have the first understanding. I hope that I explained it clearly through this first video. And let us wait for the next videos. So for the next videos, we will be answering real area bounded problems from the books, different books. and we will be following the summary. Now we have the steps 1 to 5. No, I hope that you will learn. No, I hope that you learned now, and also you will learn all in the next videos.